We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless. We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
We are photos, and a trunk in their jojo. Yaman got a mora. From a woman's got a mora. Yaman got a mora. We are got a mora. 1880, begin a bridge 1880. 1880, leg and a bridge 1880. 1880, I say we 1480. Yeah, 1880, tell me 18 street. That man got a mora. CDC got a mora. That man got a mora. Joey got a mora. From Pili Pili, Pili Pili. Jump through my window, throw them through the window, throw them through the window, throw them through the window. Kanya pepe, we get it kanya pepe. Kanya pepe, we get it kanya pepe. Babum kutu, we rub them babum kutu. Babum kutu, we rub them babum kutu. If they not ever all they want joy, you got joy. We too big for them, they want joy. You got joy. But CDC Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But CDC Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But CDC Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. Don't hold while you can't care. You might not hold while you can't care. That God choose, I bet you your life push and push second turn. That man they got a mora. Mama Wabas got a mora. That man they got a mora. Joey got a mora. CDC got a mora. The people back got a mora. That man they got a mora. Joey got a mora. Yo, big worried about Bagube. Liberian people let that Bagube. Then you show some respect to Bagube. Respect Bagube. I get my voting card too. Get my voting card. 1880, begin a bridge 1880. 1880, leg and a bridge 1880. 1880, I say we 1480. Yeah, 1880, tell me 18 street. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Get a bridge 1880. 1880, I say we 1480. Yeah, 1880, tell me 18 street. That man got a mora. CDC got a mora. That man got a mora. Joey got a mora. From Pili Pili, Pili. Jump through my window, throw them through the window, throw them through the window, throw them through the window. Kanya pepe, we get it kanya pepe. Kanya pepe, we get it kanya pepe. Babum kutu, we rub them babum kutu. Babum kutu, we rub them babum kutu. If they not ever all they want joy, you got joy. We too big for them, they want joy. You can jump, but see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. Don't hold while you can't get.
Let me welcome
Now hold while you
each and every one of you
that
joining us from around the globe.
Shut up, second turn.
I want to welcome my own lovely
That man got it.
Vivian Nomade Yanse. How are you, mama?
Got it,
Hope you are doing great, well, and fine.
got it, Joey, I got it, CDC got it, the people party got it, that man got it, Joey, I got it, yo, big worried of a Bagube. Liberian people let a Bagube. Then you show some respect to Bagube. Respect, Bagube. I get my voting card too. Get my voting card.
That's how we do it right there.
CDC got it,
We welcome each and every one of you
that man
that have joined us.
Joey, I got it, from Billy Billy, Jump through my window.
I want to welcome each and every one of you under the Palava Hall. It's going to be very interesting today. We're going to be here for a very, very long time. So don't worry. We are going nowhere. We bring you information. Very, very informative. Educative. Very entertaining. You just interspice it with so many things. That's going to make your day. We don't give you information only. We educate you. We inform you. We entertain you. We do everything right on this platform.
Don't hold while you can't get. You wanna hold while you can't get. Now God choose your left push. Shut up, push second turn. That man got the mura. Mama Wabes got the mura. That man got the mura. Joey got the mura. CDC got the mura. The people party got the mura. That man got the mura. Joey got the mura. Yo, big worried of a Bagube. Liberian people let a Bagube. Then you show some respect to Bagube. Respect, Bagube. I get my voting card too. Get my voting card. 18, begin and reach 18. 18, late and reach 18. 18, I say we voting 18. 18, tell me 18. I ever all the joy. You can joy. We too before them joy. You can joy. But see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. But see, Bene, I will break my back. Bene, I will break my back. Don't hold while you can't get. You wanna hold while you can't get.
Let's welcome each and every one of you. Lawrence Harris Jr., how are you, my brother? Hope you are doing fine, great, and well wherever you are joining us from. I want to welcome you. Thank you so very kindly for your presence here. It is always a privilege for us to have people like you here. Thank you so very kindly. I also want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you that are joining us. I want to say welcome to my own lovely Vivian Nomade Yanse. How are you? I want to appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you. So again, just do us a favor, hit for us the share button. We're going to be here for some time. So let me play you this. Let me bring you this on right here. Let's bring you this on right here. And then we can start to talk what we are supposed to talking here. All right. Okay. So let's do this. And I want you to listen to this.
Government is not to create jobs. No, they're not the wrong government. Anybody who says government will create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, they're not the wrong government. Anybody who says government will create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, they're not the wrong government. Anybody who says government will create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, they're not the wrong government. Anybody who says government will create jobs, they don't know what they're talking.
So again, fellow Liberians, we want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. I really do appreciate your presence here, and it's always a privilege when we have that opportunity to be seated comfortably in order for us to discuss about Liberia. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Again, we ask that you do us a favor, and that favor that we require of you is to kindly hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members. Those of you who are going to join us after the live presentation, we ask that you please do us a favor also. And that favor that we require of you is to hit for us the share button so that, we can have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time here. Thank you all for using the time, effort, and energy. Thank you. If you are not following us on our YouTube channel, I want to appeal to you to please do us a favor to follow us on our YouTube channel. I am going to see if I can put the link to our YouTube channel right here. Let's see if we can put the link to our YouTube channel right here. Let's see if we can share this. Okay, I'm going to copy it right here and then move it from here and bring it right here. So let's see. I'm going to put the link to the YouTube channel right here. Let's paste it right here and then bam. All right, so the link to the YouTube channel is right there. I just put it there, right there. I just put the link to the YouTube channel. And I want to appeal to you. It's a very new channel that we've created. So please do us a favor, follow us on YouTube and on our different social media handle. We have also opened an X account. Also, we are working on that. We need to pay some money in order for us to, start using it effectively. Yeah, so that's the thing about some of these stuff. But we're going to work on it and hopefully we'll get everything done as soon as possible. Thank you. So again, we want to say, please do us a favor, hit for us the share button. All right. So I want to start like this. Do not take people love, loyalty, honesty, sincerity for granted or for play. Don't do that. When people support and believe in you, whether be it from far or from near, whether they know you or not, when they believe in you, put their character on the line, put their lives on the line, put their reputation on the line.
put their everything on the line to stand by you, to stand with you, and to defend you, the last thing you want to do is to disrespect that loyalty that they've shown you, that empathy that they've shown you, that sympathy that they've shown you. That's the last thing you want to do. One thing you cannot pay for is someone's love, is someone's sincerity towards you, is their loyalty towards you. You can't pay for it. No money can ever buy somebody's love towards you. That's why those of you who are our audience, those of you who followed us, some of us, we are very, very careful. We are not here to chase cloud. No, that's not what we are here for. We are not here to please you. That's not what we are here for. We are here to give you the authentic, credible information that you can use to better yourself, to empower yourself, to educate yourself. If we were here because we want for people to be happy with us, long time we would have closed this thing and be gone our way. If we were here because we want people to pay us, long time we'll be out of here. If we are here because we want people to like us, to admire us, long time would have been out of here. If we are here because we want billions of people to follow us, long time would have been out of here. Because one thing I have discovered and I've really used over the period to encourage myself is that in our community, that is in the Liberian community, those of us who stand for the truth, those of us who believe in the truth, those of us who are consistent and stubborn when it comes to respecting the truth, we are not celebrated. We are nobody in the community. We are nobody. People don't look at us. We are not some of the trending people that you would think about. Because the way we carry ourselves, we represent not only this platform, but our family. We represent our family. We represent our culture. We represent our belief. We represent people who are associated with us. So whenever we mount this platform, we take all of those things into consideration. And so therefore, we are very measured when it comes to what we say and how we respond to issue. We are very careful with what we put out there. And this is not the thing that our society wants. This is not the kind of thing that our nation or Liberia will encourage. We do not encourage people who are earnest, people who are sincere, people who are fighting social deviance or ills in society. We do not encourage them. That's why you see even the children, the kids, right, that are in school. When you are sincere, when you are earnest, when you have head on your shoulder, and you want to live a life that is above reproach, you know sometimes how your friends refer to you? They mean agbele o. They mean agbele. When you want to display a high level of moral rectitude. If you want to display high level of morality, you are looked at as a gbele in our Liberian community. People do not trust you. They say you are a fool. But the people who are crooks, people who are scandalous, scandalizing the names of people around the place, insulting people, these are the people that they will hail. No wonder why our society is so infested with a bunch of criminals. No wonder why lawmakers who are elected to represent us, they turn to be criminals. Because the ones who will stand and fight for you, you don't believe in them. You say they are fools. You call them names. So because of that, they take on an approach that will hurt you. But we are not perturbed by the behavior of our people, because we are the people who are supposed to change social behaviors that are not in conformity with what is right. And that's what we are doing. It's not going to be easy. People are not going to like us. Will not be some of the most loved and favored platforms that you will find on the social media. But again, we want to say thanks to those of you who are following us, who are sharing along with us, who believe in what we do. It is you that strengthen us. It is you that give us the courage to be able to come here every day or every time to provide the information. So I want to salute all of you. Thank you so very kindly. I appreciate you. I want to talk on something, right? I want to use the next few minutes to talk on this. There is a trending picture of Madam Julie Andy Tape and that of Opa. Let me see if I can bring you that identical photo. Let me see. Just bear with me. A mistake just now. All right. So let me see if I can bring you that photo, right? And I want to say something about this photo. There is something I want to say about this photo, and I want you to please. Okay. All right. So, I want you to just bear with me while I try to bring you this video, this picture, sorry, that is trending all around the place. There is something I want to talk about this, and it's important that I bring it to you so that you can see it. Yeah, it's important that I bring it to you so that you can see it. Sorry, I'm looking for it, so just bear with me. I did not really save it, so I will go on somebody's page right here to be able to pull that identical picture up, to pull that picture up. So just bear with me. I'm trying to look for that person page. Let me see. Michelle.
Just bear with me. Let me see. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this page that I saw it on. And so just bear with me, please, please, please. I'm appealing to you. Just bear with me. Let me see. Sometimes. But if anybody can send it to me, whether through whatever means, I will really appreciate it. Yeah. Whoever that can send it to me, I will really, really appreciate it. But I saw it on this page that I want to bring out here. Let me see. Okay, I think. Okay. So just bear with me, please. I want to bring this right here. I want to bring this right here, please. I saw it on. Okay, fine. I know it was here. So, this is the photo that I want you to look at. Let me bring it right here. Let me bring it right here. Try to share it with my people here. Okay. All right. So I want you to look at this video, right? I want you to look at this picture. There's the picture. I want you to look at this picture. You see the picture right there? There's the picture of Julie Andy Tappe, the former cultural ambassador, that of Opa, and that of Opa wife, and whoever that is by Opa's side. You see in the photo, right? That's good. So I can take this down, or I can just put it behind the place there. You see, when people stand by you who do not know you, when people put their character on the line to sympathize and empathize with you, when they feel that your right is being abused, when people decide to jump with you in a fight, when people decide that, look, they feel your pain, and so therefore they stand by you, you know what you owe them? You owe them explanation for whatever decision that you will take to reverse your action, or to reverse the reason why at the time they stood by you. Madam Julie Andy Tappe do not owe me or anybody an apology. In my view, I might be wrong. Madam Julie Andy Tappe do not owe anybody an apology for standing in a photo or whatever with Opa. Me, let me just be particular to myself. I don't think she owe me an apology. She don't owe me an apology. But what Madam Julie Andy Tappe owe us, including me, is an explanation of this photo. An explanation. I repeat, she do not owe me, in my view, owe me or anybody an apology. But what she owe us is explanation. And this is the reason why Julie Andy Tappe owe us explanation. When Opa talked to his page and insulted Madam Julie Andy Tappe and said all sort of demeaning things about her character, blah, 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 and this like that, I was one of those who used my platform, used my time, used my energy, used my resources to come out here
and condemn ownpa for abusing somebody who I believe is a role model for women in our society. It's a representation of mothers in our society. It's a representation of peace in our society. So without having any personal connection, even though she and I we did some work in the past. My organization and her organization, we collaborated and did some other stuff, in the past. That was long time ago. But that personal stuff is not between she and I. So I was one person who came up here to defend Madam Julie Andy Tape. I empathize and sympathize with her when she was insulted by this particular boy called ownpa. That's what I said from the beginning of my statement. That when people put their lives on the line to stand by you, when people put in their time, their effort, and resources to sympathize, to empathize, to support you, you must know that they too deserve some level of respect in whatever decision you will take. I am not discouraged by people's action because even politicians that I support do the same. I am not discouraged. You know why I'm not discouraged? Because I'm somebody of principles. I do not support you because you are with me. I support you because it is the right thing that I'm supposed to do. So I am guarded by my conscience. I am guarded by what I believe in. I am guarded by my conviction. So when I support you, I do not regret my act. Because if it will happen again, I will still go to support you. I will still go to stand by you. I will still go to defend you. Because that's me. That's my culture. That's how my family raised us up. That's how that's how we were trained to do, to stand for what is right and for what is just. It doesn't matter. So, Madam Julie Andy Tape, you owe the women of Liberia explanation. You owe me an explanation for that photo that you are in. We are not controlling your life, Madam Julie Andy Tape. We are not telling you who to like or who not to like. No, it is not in our scope of operation to tell you who you are supposed to like or who you are supposed to hate. No. But when we stand by you because we feel that you are abused or you've been abused or somebody is taking advantage of you, when we stand by you because we feel that people who are not even up to your standard are using in the name of their platform to insult and abuse you, to intimidate you, when we stand by you, you should give us courtesy and respect also. That courtesy and respect should be given to us. So when you take an action or you want to take an action, give us a few words and explain to us. Because yesterday you asked us to stand by you. Yesterday you asked us to defend you. Yesterday you said to us that what was happening to you was never right. And you needed our own involvement. I want to welcome my own brother Prince. Jesus is coming soon. Be well, Prince. You are welcome. So when you ask us to stand by you, when you ask us to be with you in this fight, at the end of the day, when you realize that there is a need for you to make peace, that there is a need for you to be able to put the past behind, then do not leave us in the state of oblivion. Do not leave us in the state of confusion. Explain to us. Tell us why. So that we too can be satisfied and can be pleased. Somebody tell Julie Andy Tappe that we are not against her taking photo with whoever, whether be it with Satan or with whoever. We are not against that because we do not control her life. But because she asked us at the time when she was down, at the time when she was being abused, at the time when an idiot like Joseph Newman Boakai, who is supposed to be an old man and the president of Liberia, sided with somebody like Opa to insult and abuse her, we were by her side. We stood by her. So if she is to make peace, she must come back and explain to us that, my people, thank you for standing by me. But from all indication, I think there is a need for me to be able to trash this path and move on. Or I have settled this with my brother. Let me just tell you something here. I was one person that was very furious when I saw certain politicians who I used my time, my energy, and my effort to fight against their propaganda against my institution. When I saw my political leader floating with these people, warning and dining with them, I was one person that was not satisfied. And so I wrote and I said in one of the chat rooms that we demand an explanation for what we are seeing. Because these were people who was trying to bring the government down. And we were using our time, effort, and resources to defend. But now we are seeing some of our political leaders in bed with these people. Let them explain to us what is going on. And I was satisfied when His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah provided an information about some political figures that at the time collaborated with us in order to save the Liberian people. When he provided the explanation and said, we are in this marriage with these political institutions, and these people are leaders, are stakeholders of some of the political institutions that we are in a marriage with. And their political institution have asked them to apologize and to join this bandwagon. I, as the head for my institution and the political leader, what do I have to say? When the people who I work with, they went to these people and arranged with them that we need your support. I am an individual and I work along with people, so therefore I listen to what people say. I may have my own view, I may have my own way of looking at situation, but when the people who I work with in their majority agree that this is the path that we are supposed to take, I listen to my people. Even though as an individual I have my own reservation, but I listen to them for the betterment of the institution. Because one head is not just sufficient to make any political decision. So when some of this explanation was provided, then I said, okay, We move. Some of us, we were okay. Madam Julie Andy Tape, I want to repeat this. We are not against you. And we, who you asked us yesterday to stand by you, to support you, to cry with you, to feel your pain, we are not supposed to tell you how you are supposed to feel. But we need an explanation. Before some of us can jump out of our shell and start saying some things, we need an explanation. In our culture, in our tradition, our people have this saying. The people can say that on day bale mat, people can make peace. That on day bale mat, people can come together. That on day bale ground, people are supposed to show genuine love. That on day bale ground, people are supposed to reconcile. As a traditionalist, as someone who believes, understand, and respect tradition, I do not oppose that ideology that it is at these areas that we are supposed to make peace. So I want to leave it like this because I don't want to go into it further. There are some things I want to say. I will leave it. And I want to say to you, Madam Julie Andy Tape, you owe the Liberian people, the Liberian women, those mothers that were under the ring, those mothers that stood by you at the court, me, Prince Sharif, who used my platform, my time, my effort, my resources. The time that I'm supposed to be enjoying myself with my family or with my friends or doing something else, that I use it on my platform to condemn the way and manner in which you were treated by the system. You owe me an explanation. And Madam Julie Andy Tape, I want to say this. I am not giving you an ultimatum to say within the next, 24 hours, 48 hours, 73 hours, come and provide some clarity. I am not giving you an ultimatum. But what I want you to understand is that in this time that we are in the kind of Liberia that we find ourselves in, that is so much politicized that people do not look at no longer the local logic. When the rain fall, they blame politicians. When the sun shine, they blame politicians. The time that you will take to respond to us is important. Like I said, I am not going to give you an ultimatum within the hour or that hour. But Madam Julie Andy Tape, you work with the public. Your timely response to what I am requesting you. I am speaking for so many people who do not have the opportunity to mount the platform and speak. I'm speaking for thousands of Liberians. Thousands of Liberians. I'm speaking for them. I am speaking for thousands of Liberians who are seeing you on this picture, that are not too happy. I'm speaking on their behalf. So all I will want to say to you, Madam Julie Andy Tape, is that please, your response in a timely manner is important. It's very important. It's very, very important. I know you are from Nimba. We are not telling you to hate your brother. We are not telling you to hate anybody. But again, because we stood by you in your time of grief, sorrow, when you were disrespected, please give us an explanation. please give us an explanation. And time is of essence. Thank you, Madam Julie Andy Tappe. I'm going to leave it as it is and observe within the next few days. I know you are a human being. I know you are a mother. I know you have conscience. And I know you can listen to people, including me. So I will leave it as it is and expect you to respond. Thank you, Madam Julie Andy Tappe. Whoever that can cut the portion of this video, cut it and send it to her. Loyalty is not cheap. It's not cheap. When people sympathize with you in your times of bereavement, it's not cheap. When people stand by you, when you've been abused, when the system is against you, don't take that for granted. Thank you. And I'll leave it as it is. I want to go, fellow Liberian, to something here. And like I said, we're going to spend some time here today to Ko Bangalu. The minister of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, who made a very reckless statement that you will not even believe that somebody who is a human being with sense is supposed to be making such a statement. You will never think of that. You will never think of that. And I want to play this video. I want to play the video. I want to play this video of Ko Bangalu. And I want you to listen to him. And I will tell you the reason why, or reasons why Ko Bangalu will use such a statement. Let's put it right up here. Bring it and play it so you can.
Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs.
Okay.
No, that's not the role of government.
That's the reason why I'm playing
Anybody
this
who says government is
over.
going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking.
Okay. So you're listening to the minister from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Let me play this for the last time.
Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government. Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking. Government is not to create jobs. No, that's not the role of government.
All right.
Anybody who says government is going to create jobs, they don't know what they're talking.
Let me take this from here.
Government is not to create jobs.
There is this program called the Liberian Youth Empowerment Skills Project. That is the LYEP, the LYEP program. I want to show you it right here. Let me see if I can bring it here. Sorry. Okay. So I just want to show you this. You see here? This is the program. Let me add it right here. Enlarging this. This is the LYEP program. This is the LYEP program. It's the program. The LYEP program. You see here? This is the document. I have this document. I've gone over it. I read it. And I'm about to explain it to you. I just want to show you something. I just want to show you something here. You see here? See here? Okay. So you see there. I'm about to explain it to you. I just want to show you some stuff here. You see here? Okay. So I'm about to explain this LYEP program to you. I've gone through it and I'm just going to explain this to you. When Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president of the Republic of Liberia through the help of the international partners, Liberia at the time had just experienced war and the entire system was completely in a shambles. One of the things that the international community decided and looked at in order for us to be able to rebuild the system, that people must be able to at least sustain themselves. It was very important. The international community understand at the time that look, you can carry on all of the development you want to carry on. When the people are hungry, that development will be of no essence. When the people cannot afford, in fact, that development will be threatened. I was privileged to be part of a youth institution, and we had a meeting with several international organizations. I represented my institution at the time as a deputy youth program commissioner. So I was privileged to attend so many meetings on my organization behalf. One of the meetings that we attended in 2008 was with the United Nations Youth Empowerment, some kind of youth empowerment program, or just youth empowerment stuff, has to do with youth empowerment. And that program was a 1-month training program for heads of different entity, youth organization and other entity. And the amount that was in that particular project, that youth empowerment project, was $1.8 million. The $1.8 million project. So all of the youth institutions, they were supposed to send people there. We will be trained, and at the end of the day, we write a project. And they gave us a ceiling. That ceiling of $500,000. $500,000. That's the first phase. I mean, all of the youth organization. So that 5,000 were to, like, for example, this other, just as it is. So we're trained for 1 month. And what we were made to understand, even though we knew what was our own problem, but we were told by the expert that, look, one of the reasons why you guys fought in this country was because there were many people who felt left out of the system, that they were being marginalized. In order for us to keep this peace, you guys have a role to play, and that role that you have to play is to ensure, especially you, this youth organization, is to ensure that your people are empowered. Even if it's not a lay project, you must carry on so that they can be doing something. Because when they are doing something and getting money in their pockets, it makes it very difficult for them to be easily manipulated. So this training that we are giving you, you will go also and train your people and write your project. We give you the money and you empower your people. And the organization that I had at the time was to work along with young people in the various community in discouraging what we call violence, community violence, mob justice, etc., etc. And by the grace of God, we were able to play our part. Money was given to us, we play our part. The international community understand at the time that, look, the government is challenged. So we will help the government to see how best we can carry on some of these small projects. And when things are on a very good level, then the government can now take over. So some of the projects under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the international community was like helping us. They were helping us. When you listen to people like Ko Bangalu, who is the minister for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, telling us that it is not government responsibility to create jobs. You know why he is saying what he is saying? Because they have come to the realization that there is no hope for them, that they cannot fulfill the promises that they made to the Liberian people. Even though it is their responsibility, they sign a social contract with the people. You see, when you are going to campaign or when you are campaigning for certain position, any word that you say, it becomes almost like your policy. It becomes your own policy. It becomes like a debt that you owe the people and you got to pay it. When you are campaigning and tell the people, I will build road, it is based on what you are telling the people. That what will make the people to vote for you. That what will make them to support you. That what will make them to stand by you. So it's like a policy. When you tell them that I will ensure that job will be created for your children to be empowered, to support you and to support themselves, that is a policy statement. You are signing a contract with the people. So when you are giving that particular authority or you are giving that privilege to serve, you are supposed to ensure that those promises that you made to them, that you fulfill it. Anything short on your part to fulfill those promises, the people, they have the right to request that you do it or that they remove you because you sign a contract with them. You can enter into the contract through two ways: the formal way and the informal way. Sometimes the informal becomes very, very strong. Sometimes becomes very strong. Sometimes the informal can lead to the formal. Like take for an example, the Unity Party. during the campaign period, all that they said to the Liberian people, they were signing contracts. President, we are cause your children to be out of job. Your children they didn't get job. We'll provide job for you. That was a contract that they signed with the Liberian people. That president, we are responsible that you're hungry. When we come there, we give you food to eat. That was a contract that they signed with the people. Drugs is taking over Liberia all over the place. Drugs are all over. When we come, we fight drugs. That was a contract they were signing with the people. When we come, we ensure we use our connections to bring in light, to build more roads, to build more hospitals, etc., etc. That was a contract they were signing with the Liberian people. So the Liberian people has every right to demand that from the Unity Party government. So when you hear people like Ko Bangalore telling the Liberian people that it is not government that is supposed to produce jobs, then you must know that these idiots have failed. They have realized that the lies that they told the Liberian people is gradually catching up with them. They are not able to live up to the standard because the people do not trust them. So back to this LYEP program. So the government of Liberia decided that look, the issue of employment is very serious. Very, very serious. Remember that when President Weah took over, most of the companies in Liberia had left. Most of them, they had left. You know, during the Ebola period, right, in Liberia, there was a serious, somebody will say, exodus of most of these companies. Because Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was at the twilight of her regime. So most companies left, they pack off, left from out of Liberia. They left Liberia. So people who were doing their lay 1212 contracts and other things, they lost those contracts. So at the end of the day, the government of Liberia decided that look, with the large unemployment of majority of our people, there is a need for us to be able to institute a project or put in place a project that will be able to help in seeing how best these people can be empowered. The LYEP project. The LYEP project was given birth to because of some of this reason. That is the Liberia Youth Empowerment Skills Project. The Liberian Youth Empowerment Project. And that particular project was to train young people. The government of Liberia, through the international partner, received funding for that particular project to train young people. And these young people, in turn, will be giving some level of what be an incentive grant or however you call it, so that they can go and be able to help themselves. So that they can go and be able to empower themselves. So that they can go and see how best they can be of use to their society. So that they can go and be busy, not to allow themselves to be manipulated by politicians to do what they did against themselves during the war. Those programs were introduced. So in 2013, the government allocated $75 million over a period of 5 years addressing youth unemployment under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That is 15 million per every physical year. Every physical year, 15 million. Every physical year, 15 million. So the international people too came in because the government realized that, look, it is challenging. We cannot have this vast majority of young people just languaging. It poses threat to our security sector. So therefore, we need to provide empowerment for them. We need to provide employment for them, something they must do. So our international partners came in to render some assistance. So at the end of the day, the reason why this empowerment program, they use the Ministry of Youth and Sports and other ministries, is so that these people can, to some extent, be empowered to keep them off danger, to save our nation, to save the peace of our nation, to be able to ensure that the peace of Liberia is maintained. That these children, they do not go back on the street to be able to do what they did in the past. That's the reason why when you see today, most of these young people in the street, we call them Zogos and Zogis. You know who we blame? We do not blame the international people. We blame Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Newman Boyka. You know why? One of the reasons why the DDR program was introduced in Liberia was to ensure that these young people are adequately reintegrated in society. At the end of the day, when that money was given to the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf led administration and Joseph Newman Boyka, instead of following the phase of that DDR program, you know what the government did? They requested for the money, the reintegration part of that money. Portion of the money was given to the government, and instead of doing what they're supposed to do, they siphoned that particular money and they did not implement the program as it was supposed to be implemented. So they did it haphazardly, and that's why it is dangerous for you to do things haphazardly. Our people have the saying, what is not done properly is not done at all. Today, when you see drugs taking over, that because Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Newman Boyka decided that they will do things haphazardly. So today now, the blame is upon all of us. That's why you see it is only useless and unserious people will blame President Weah for what happened during the 6 years period. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Newman Boyka, they were the first immediate government after the war to have straightened all, to rebuild all, because they had no excuse. They were giving the support, giving the time, and giving everything. So when you see people in this United Party government blaming President Weah, President Weah is what they will not be, what they want to be, I laugh at them. Because if we take our own time and go into the argument or go into, the conversation, you will get to realize that you cannot blame President Weah. 12 years, these people led us. What mark did they leave? The reintegration process that was supposed to bring our youth into the society, to be able to mobilize them, to be able to reintegrate them, and take them off the street completely, detoxify them. They ate the money. Joseph Newman Boyka didn't eat that money. That man has been a criminal in his 12 years of leadership. That's why sometimes when we talk, we are angry, right? Or we are frustrated. Because Joseph Newman Boyka supposed to know better and do better. My sister Evelyn Collins, how are you, Mama? I want to welcome you. Thank you so very kindly. Josephus Mane, you are welcome. When we talk about this useless Joseph Newman Boyka and said that this man is like a calamity to Liberia, we know where we are coming from. Immediately after the war, the Unity Party government led us for 12 years. They should have put in place all of these things. So fast forward, at the end of the day, the international community said, look, it is good that the government provide this opportunity for these young people to be empowered. So the LYEP program, the Liberian Youth Empowerment Program, was supported hugely by our international partners. And they earmarked some other ministries and agencies. For example, the Ministry of Youth and Sports had program to employ young people. Maritime also had program to employ young people. Public Work Ministry, they had program to employ young people. I worked with the program directly. My organization, was almost like implementing or reporting, in other words, to the Ministry of Youth and Sports at the time. So it was an employment that was being provided by the government through international support to keep young people going and to keep the country, safe and etc. And we saw what happened. Even with that, there was serious mismanagement of that particular fund. Like, for example, the Ministry of Gender and Development Planning, they manage the EU fund. The EU fund there, social cash for household and small businesses. The Ministry of Gender. Also, the Ministry of Education were also heavily supported. There were so many ministries that were supported. You have the Public Work Ministry, that was also supported, and etc. So, like I said, in 2010, these programs were all introduced. Ministry of Youth and Sport play a very pivotal role. When President Weah took over as president of the Republic of Liberia, I want to jump there quick. When he took over as president of the Republic of Liberia, through his own lobbyistic power, he lobbied with international partners and said that there is a need for us to empower our people, provide jobs for our people. And fellow Liberians, through President Weah's own initiative, the government of Liberia was able to provide a program for Liberian youth. A program for Liberian youth. Let me bring you this report here. The empowerment project for. Let me just all right. So I want to bring you this so that you can see it. Let me bring you. I like to bring you facts, right? So just bear with me. Let me bring you this so that you can see it for yourself. These are things that we know, but sometimes I just want to bring it up so that you can know that we are not just talking off head like others we talk, but we know what we are saying and the records are there. So let me bring you this for you to see it right here. You see here? You see here? 21,000 youth to be empowered as President Weah officially launched the USAID Youth Advance Project. You see here? I'm just going to read a few bars of it for you to know, because I'm not jumping into the Weah administration. Liberian leader, President George Amani Weah, says the need to adequately empower the youth in the country remains a top priority of his government. The president made a session on Thursday, March the 31st, 2022, when he officially launched USAID Youth Advance Project in the ballroom of the Monrovia City Corporation. President Weah emphasized that the youth empowerment is the fundamental pillar of the Pro agenda for development and prosperity. He said the launch of the project is an important milestone to the transformation of the youth. President Weah emphasized the youth empowerment. Okay, fundamental pillar. Okay, I finished with it. It says the president said the project is aimed at empowering over 21,000 youth to reduce poverty and help transform their life for a successful living. The Liberian leader intimated that that the main focus of his administration is to reduce poverty by economically empowering the youth so they too can become self-employed to contribute to the growth and development of the country. He then commended the government and the people of the United States of America for their commitment to support his government. According to him, this project is in alignment with his government youth developmental policy. For his part, Youth and Sports Minister D. Zoga Wilson said the secret behind the astute stewardship accomplishment lies in him and his team understanding of their call to duty, loyalty to the purpose, and skillful management and fostering of their relationship with the development partner, leveraging on the tactics, diplomacy, and leadership of President George Manneh Weah. Minister Wilson noted, where are we? Minister Wilson noted that the quality of relations sustained between the United States of America and the Republic of Liberia as sustained. The Youth Advance Project could not have been possible. The Youth and Sport Minister arrayed that the cooperation between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and USAID is cordial. Okay, I'm just going to stop here. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to stop here so that I can be able to tell you. So when President Weah took over, he did not just sit there and fold his arms. Zoga Wilson, who was the Minister of Youth and Sports, did not just sit down and fold his arms or took jobs from Liberia, but they went in search looking for jobs so that Liberians can be empowered. And so Minister D. Zoga Wilson, President George Manneh Weah went out there and said, no, the young people cannot just sit idly. Yes, we believe that government is challenged, but that is the responsibility of government to ensure that people are empowered, directly or indirectly. So Zoga Wilson did not sit on a platform to say, now government responsible to do your work. These people get big mouth. Now it's catching up with them. All the tabata and nonsense they said during the campaign time, now it's catching up with them. In fact, when the government took over, what was the first thing they did? Was to deny Liberians job. Those who were working with the youth program at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, cleaning the street. I want old man who were cleaning the street, trying to at least be able to get something to sustain themselves. What did Joseph Numa Boakai government do? They took those people off job. But you want to see it? Come, let me show it to you. Maybe you don't know. Uh, okay. So just bear with me. I'll bring you this. Mhm.
So I'm trying to get this here. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get this here. Just bear with me. I'm going to bring this. I want to bring the exact picture here. So for sometimes I can keep some of these things in different areas, so it becomes some kind of way you want to. Let me check in my gallery here and be able to pull this up. So just bear with me. So just bear with me. Let me pull this up. That's some of the challenges we have when it comes to providing information. Some of us, we like to show the video for you to see it. So that's the reason why you see sometimes it is what it is. Okay, so just bear with us. Let me see while we try to bring you this. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's get it here. Let me just show this to you. Okay, okay. I'll show you what we have here. Let's show you what we have here. Okay. So I want you to just bear with me while we try to pull this up. Okay.
Yes, I slept on it. Yes,
You see
yes,
here?
I slept on it. No, 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 no. I did not say 4 months. Uh, okay, let me say this to you all. You heard the minister saying
They are putting the branch down.
you should contact HR for
They are putting the
discussions.
branch down from the work.
Hello? Hello?
They are putting the branch down from the work.
You see here? So I don't want to take much of the time. I show you got it here. So when the Unity Party government took over, they print that President Weah left in place so that Liberian youth can be empowered, so that Liberian youth can be employed. They came because they did not have the connection. People like Ko Bangalore could not convince the international partner to support the program. Guess what they did? Because the international community saw that these people have no very good record of sustaining the path that was left by D. Zoga Wilson and President George Manuel Weah. They say, what is your plan? Because when you take over as a government,
the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I have worked directly with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I mean, my organization worked directly with the Ministry of Youth and Sports at the time. So to some extent, we, had some knowledge relative to how the program, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So when you take over as a minister, you present your agenda for employment to your partners. You have to make the case to your partner and say, look, this is the reason why there is a need for us to continue this particular project. You present what we call a sincere analysis of how the program has impacted Liberians, how it will impact the people, and etc., etc., to your international partner, and you make the case very strong through your deputy minister for youth and sport or youth empowerment, etc., etc., TV, and etc. So you make the case to the international partner because it is, look, let me tell you this, that's true. Government don't have all of the money to help everybody. But you know what government can do? They also have the connection to help everybody. They interact with other international partners. They go out there to lobby with other international partners for help. They go there and make the case for Liberian people. The reason why this thing should be, the reason why you should continue supporting this program. So when the Unity Party took over, because they had so politicized and they were so naive and they lied to the Liberian people, these gangsters, they came now, they could not present anything tangible to the international partners. So the project that was being implemented by President Weah to employ young people, guess what? They could not convince the international partners because these people, they were criminals. They came with a criminal intent. The money that was supposed to be used, because the program is supported in twofold. The international partner will give you, for example, maybe about 75% support. I'm just giving you an example. And then the 25% will come from you. Or they will give you 60%. Then the 40% will come from you, the government. So because these people' intention is to come and enrich themselves. So they did not follow through because they came with political mindset. Because they came and wanting to prove to the world that President Weah did everything wrong. Because they came on rhetorics and lies. So at the end of the day, they could not present any tangible to the international partners. So the partner could not support them. Because you know what? Let me tell you something. In order for the people to give you their money, you must present a report. You must prove to them why they must support you. Those of us that have worked with other big institutions, I mean youth institutions, that what can happen. Even if you are, the people can see you in a dire need of the money, they will not take and give it to you. You have to convince them why they must give you the money. Beyond all reasonable doubt. Or else they will not help you. That's how we run organizations. You go out and you lobby. You go out and beg. And in your begging, you must be sincere. You must convince the people why they must help you. You see, one of the reasons why Joseph Numa Boakai is not succeeding, even though he passing around with private jet and lying to people, oh, 1 billion, oh, China will get the China will get, is because Joseph Numa Boakai is not able to convince our international partners why they must help him and give him money. He's not able to convince the people. No, he's not able. Able part forgetting, he's not able to convince the people. He's not able. The reason why you see Joseph Numa Boakai is going around the place like headless chicken, coming out with no result, is because this man, the people does not see the sincerity to give him money. I remember in Liberia doing the polio eradication campaign. There were other organizations that the international community did not work with. We went up Mamba Point. They called so many different institutions. You know, when I was actively in the youth organization, we used to go around just looking for different projects. I used to get projects enough for even 1,000. I bring it, we implement the project, yeah. So we went to this particular, area, and they gave us the formats and everything, to apply, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. We were so many youth organizations that applied. Most of them did not get that particular contract, the polio stuff. At the time, the executive commissioner of the Liberia Scout Association, may his ashes rest in peace, one Mose Kidwo. Mose Kidwo sent me, along with 2 other guys, to go and represent our institution. We went there. So when there, they gave us the formats that we're supposed to use in order for us to apply for the project. So we quickly took down whatever we're supposed to, do. We looked for a guy, at the time, one of our commissioner, Commissioner Langley, he was very good in project. We gave it to him. The guy designed the project, gave it to us. We went for our presentation. There were many people who were there, many youth organizations, but some could not get the money. So we were fortunate to get the money because of the way we present ourselves. And I was fortunate at the time to be the lead presenter. My institution sent me as the lead presenter. So we told them the capacity, the manpower capacity that we have in the country. One of the arguments that we made down there that was so strong that they felt that there was a need to work along with us. We told them that, look, we are spread around Liberia. We are everywhere, everywhere. We have the human resource capacity, and we are a well-structured institution. We're not going to go ask people, say, do they want, because our institution is already structured. We have that particular structure to make it work. So in some of the presentation, what we made them to understand is that, look, I can be right here at Mamba Point, and I can know what is happening in Lofa because we have a network, we have a team there. I need not to take, we're in less than 4 or 5 hours. I can know what is happening on this place. I can send people here to get this information. I can send people here to get this. So I was able, our team, we were able to convince them. And immediately after the presentation, there was a guy who was working with, at the time, the international partner at the time, one Opoku, he was a Ghanaian. I said, wow. He said, I'm surprised because when I came here, the picture that was projected of the scouts is completely different. The people told us that, the scouts are a bunch of serial people, blah, blah, blah. You can't find nothing good from them, blah, 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 blah. And he was so excited. And we were able to implement that particular project. And they were so happy when we presented our report. They were so happy. We were one of the youth institutions that was very effective in the information dissemination. Very, very effective. And they were very, very happy when we presented our report because that was when, I worked along with Madam Julie Ndi Tape. Also, because of that, they had another project, this mosquito net distribution project. So I am giving you all of these examples to tell you that you must be able to convince the partner that indeed you are up to the task. If you cannot convince the partner that you are up to the task, they will not give you that money. They can't give you that money. No, they can't give you that money. If you cannot make your case, if you are not sincere in what you are presenting, they will not give you that money. So people like Ko Bangalu, he is right to use the statement that government is not supposed to provide job for you. You know why? Because they have already failed the Liberian people. Because these people, international partners, are getting to know these are a bunch of crooks that have come to enrich themselves. They don't give a hink about the Liberian people. I want to welcome Rutland E.N. Shulu, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your presence here. That they don't give a hang about the Liberian people. So they cannot convince our international partner why they should be able to support the project. The path on which these people start, it is not conducive for any international partner to be able to work along with them. It is not. Because no government will take over and put glove on their hands to start fighting their own people. When government take over, they want to look for means, avenue in which they can be able to empower their people, not to downsize their people, not to sack their people, not to fight their own people, not to witch hunt their own people, like Joseph Numa Boakai did. He took over. The first thing, called Josiah Joker, tell the people of the job that we are bringing there. So this time now in Liberia, we are citizen, then we get Joseph Numa Boakai citizen. Is that what you're trying to tell us? You see, this old man is so vindictive to the extent that, look, he has even further helped to divide the country more. Because when he came, the first thing, they start accusing people. Look at what happened at the Ministry of State. Those that were working at the executive mansion. That we have brought the people. We have brought in 6,000 to 7,000 people. We take them off the job. Who does that? What kind of leader would do that and feel comfortable and go to bed? Only Joseph Numa Boakai, who is an evil man. Only this gangster old papay will do that. Because he does not care about the Liberian people. This man is a schemer. When you hear him talking love Liberia, think Liberia, all that thing that's also scheme. Don't believe in it. So lies. No serious government will take over. Then you start fighting people. You dance out the other one. You go on the other side, you dance out. You go on the other side, you dance. The thing that I don't understand is that with all the downsides they are downsizing, the wage bill is not decreasing. It's not decreasing. It's not decreasing. You would think that at least the way they're sacking people for on job, that is to be able to save money, right? And the wage bill will decrease, right? But you know why these people are sacking you? It's because they want to put money in their pocket. I listened to the LRA director, and I'm going to play it. This is the irony about these people. When somebody tell you that this man is succeeding, how do you know? Or in order to agree with somebody that this person is succeeding, how is it like? Is it just by abstract or is it by physical? I want you to ponder over this. If someone tells you that somebody is successful, somebody being successful, is it true abstract or true physical? Let me go to a video while I check for this video. I want you to think over this. Okay. Let me see. Okay, fine. That's good. So when somebody is the man successful or the woman is successful, is it by abstract? Is it by an abstract means that you will know that the person is successful or the person is just
He has exceeded its annual.
You will see the physical results of someone being successful, right? You will see the physical results. I want to play a clip here of these people, and I want you to listen to this. Let's go right here. Let's come here. Courtesy of a sister, Sarah Dopu. Let me come here and play this. I want you to listen to the LRA boss.
I'm pleased to announce that the LRA has exceeded its annual revenue target of 690 million. To date, we have raised well over 700 million United States dollars in domestic revenue. Of this amount, 692 million has been verified by our colleagues who are processing, all of our intakes, and there's $10 million that is still in transit that is being processed. So cumulatively, we expect, after all of the reconciliation has been done, we expect well over $700 million to have been collected for 2024. I'm pleased to announce that the LRA has exceeded its annual revenue target of $690 million. To date, we have raised well over
You see, this is where you will know that these people are criminals, right? According to the LRA, internal revenue, the LRA exceeded their target. The money that they collected, they exceeded their target, about 600 million. You listening to him, not to me. You listening to him very loud and clear. This is not me. This is not something that I say. It doesn't happen. But you're listening to him, right? That's what you're listening to. You're listening to him.
100 million.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to announce that the LRA has exceeded its annual revenue target of 690 million.
They have exceeded their target of 600 million plus. But did you ask yourself, this 600 million plus that these people are boasting of, that they exceeded their target, along with other international money that came in, because the budget is supported not only by our own collection of revenue, the international people too can also help us and give us money. So if you add the international people money there, it means that plus the one LRA is reporting, in the common sense, it means we realize more in 2014. Look at our budget. It was under 700 million or so, or under 800 million. Let's just go to the budget. Something I want to bring you here. Okay, let me see. No, I won't go. Let me see. I should come here. No, I just want to bring this here. Just bear with me. I want to go all through out here. I just want to come right here. I just want to come right here. So the national budget 2024 was somewhere around, the draft budget was $851.8 million. That is the draft budget. In April, the House passed the budget at $738.8 million. That was the budget they passed. According to the LRA, they were able to collect some 600 million plus right? Our budget is always supported all the time, supported by our international partner. They send in, their own support, thanks to the international people. Let me just go there and see. Okay, okay. Information services, this, that, Liberian petroleum, blah, 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 blah. Let me see. Public receive, education, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. This is going to take me time. I don't want to go there. So the international partners also sent their own contribution towards our budget. So when you look at it from a realistic standpoint, you will observe that LRA exceeded, according to them, the amount that was targeted for them to raise. Added to what the international people sent, so we had enough money. But my question to you is, fellow Liberians, did you really see the dividends of the enough money? Did you really see it? Even though they boast that they receive enough, but that enough money that they receive, was there a reflection on the pay of, for example, the health workers, the teachers, civil servants? You know why you didn't see it? It's because Joseph Numa Boakai, his 80 years old failure, will use every other money along with the majority idiot that call themselves lawmakers, these lawbreakers, to put it in their pocket. They don't care about you. The assets of the budget will go in their pockets. It will not go towards public education. It will not go towards the health education. The health sector. It will not go towards road and other stuff that is supposed to benefit you, the Liberian people. It will go to them. So whatever excess or the excesses that I realize, you know who will share it? That Joseph Numa Boakai office and that of these representatives and senators. That they the one will share it. There's the reason why these people will be brave enough to say they're going for consultation and they need, for example, $1 million. As if that having they're going for hearing or whatever it is. There's the reason why you see committees will say we need this amount for the other hearing. So the excess amount that should be geared towards empowering you, putting it in the education sector for you and myself to benefit, for we the poor people to benefit, it will go toward Joseph Numa Boakai budget. Look at Joseph Numa Boakai budget. Ministry of State budget. It's more than the hospital that is in Nima County. It's more than the one that is in the public hospital that is in Grand Bassa County. Go look at it. Look, for example, the money that is going towards Joseph Numa Boakai is more than even what he's spending in the agriculture sector. So the excess money will come, but those excess money will be used and placed in their pocket. Why do you think Joseph Numa Boakai is just moving extravagantly all around the place with public planes? Say, get a plane passing around here, there, you know. You think what kind of money you're using? It is the money that is meant for you and myself. They don't care about us. And because we are so gullible, because we are a bunch of people who do not believe in the people who believe in us and will stand by us, so at the end of the day, they abuse us. They lie to us. because there will be no serious country that the government will take over and start to dismiss people because they were employed by previous government. You are telling us that, oh, the wage bill under President we are too high, so we sack people. According to you, that was a justification for why you should sack people, because the wage bill was too high. But then ask yourself, what is the wage bill under the Joseph Newman Boakai government? I thought, that just common sense. That just common sense. When the amount of people that you employ, when they reduce, what's supposed to happen? And the money that you were paying the plenty of people, and that money is supposed to reduce. They want that common economics, right? You in a house, you get 8 children. All the 8 children going to school. All of them in high school. The 8 children that are in high school, every day you're spending, maybe for example, $8 for their transportation, or let's say $16 to go and come. $16. We're talking about resale, whatever. $16 to go and come. When 3 of the children graduate from high school, what is supposed to happen? You think what is supposed to happen? 3 of the children graduate from high school. What is supposed to happen? And the money that you're spending for transportation is supposed to decrease, because out of this $16 that you were spending to and fro for the 8 of them, 3 has already graduated. 3 have graduated. So the 5, how much you will be spending? At $10. So you save good portion of the money, right? Almost $6 is saved of the money that you are spending. So it is the same way with the economy. Just look at it this way. Don't be deceived by the all beep talk. Don't be deceived. Let's just break it down to our level. So these people say they come. President, we have brought plenty of people. He employed plenty of people. That one made the wage bill is high. They come and sack people. We saw them sacking people all around the place. What do you think you will expect? And you will expect, one, the wage bill will be able to some extent decrease. And you will expect that at least people will be able to get some addition on their money. Is that what you expect? Because, for example, the 8 children I used to go, 3 have already graduated. So that other $6, you can take it and add it on the other children money and say, you who are reset for the one, your other brother in another day. Or it will be able to save you some money. Right? But look at what is happening. You're sacking people. But yet, the wage bill, meaning that the money that you're using to pay people who are working in government is still going high up. It's going high up. That's what the people call wage bill. The salary of government employees. You're sacking the people, but the money going up. You know why the money is going up? Because these people that are ministers in this government, these people that are associated with the government, they are taking high money. They downsize you in order for them to benefit. That's it. They downsize you so that they can benefit. So that they can benefit. They don't care about you. No, you are not of their priority. The priority is about them. They are their own priority. They prioritize themselves. So when they sack you, for example, from let's say Ministry of Education, if they will be saving something like $10,000, for example, that $10,000 will say, oh, okay, we get plenty of money. So Ministry of Education money or their wage bill has been reduced by 10,000. That 10,000, we can send it, for example, to the other ministry. We can get the other people this, or we can get other people that. Fagon, for example, the man, according to the information, he was taking $750, I think, for daily allowance or whatever it is. He has gone up to 1,000 out of a weekly allowance. It has gone up to 1,000. So they are benefiting at your expense. Let's go to Sapa News and read this so you can see it and hear it for yourself. They boast of raising enough money, but unfortunately, the enough money that they are raising, guess what happened? It's not coming to us. Okay. So let me just get something here from a man like Eugene Fagon. See what is happening. Eugene Fagon. Let's just read this. Let's just read this. Eugene, the man enjoying himself there. Let's just read it from Eugene Fagon. This is Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon. This is Eugene Fagon. This is Eugene Fagon. You see Fagon here? Fagon enjoying himself in the public glare. This is Eugene Fagon. So let's read what we have here. Courtesy of Sapa TV. Crisis at the Liberia Broadcasting System. Workers demand action amid allegation of misconduct. The Liberia Broadcasting System, that is the LBS, is currently engulfed in turmoil as employees issue a stern 72 hours ultimatum to management, demanding immediate action to address what they describe as severe workplace grievances. The workers represented by their union have voiced significant concern regarding the leadership of Eugene Fagon, alleging a toxic work environment characterized by threats of dismissal. In a pointed statement, union representatives accused Fagon of enslaving employees, highlighting the distress felt among LBS staff who claim they are subjected to an atmosphere of intimidation and fear. Workers expressed growing frustration over the significant increase in Fagon's weekly allowance, which reportedly surged from 750 to 1,500. This stark contrast between management compensation and employee conditions has sparked outrage, leading to calls for accountability and equity within the organization. Let me stop here. I'm going to go further on this. So you see there. So some of the essences that they're downsizing our people. A man like Fagon, he may enjoy himself. So some of those monies are going to Fagon pocket. And other people, petrol owner generator, then other thing. You are in Liberia. They are not even giving you $1 when you go out of town to go and do government work. But the money, and let me tell you, this is just Fagon. Fagon is being treated as almost like an expatriate, right? 750 weekly allowance to 1,005. It jump up. That is just Fagon. Think about Jeremy Pierre, how much he is getting. This is just Fagon. That's just Fagon. Not say Fagon. That's just Fagon right there. So take into consideration Jeremy Pierre. According to information, about 70,000 is allocated. According to them, they say some kind of cyber intelligence. So think of Jeremy Pierre, how much he is getting. If Fagon can increase it to 1,005, you think what would make Fagon brave to carry his weekly allowance from 750 to 1,005? Because the men seeing people are doing it. So imagine information minister, how much he is making or how much he's getting. Imagine the minister at the Ministry of Education, how much she is getting. Imagine the minister at the Ministry of Public Works. Goodings, how much he is getting. Imagine Sylvester Grisby, how much Sylvester Grisby is getting. Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. And see how much these people are getting. So now you see why the wage bill will continue to swell, to increase. Because the people who told you these guys don't know that there is no chance for them 2029. If you think you have seen stealing, if you think you have seen corruption, if you think you have seen criminality, hold yet. Hold yet. Don't make any pronouncement till you see how this year is going to be. Till you see how this year is going to be. So if a man like Eugene Fagon can be making seven, think about Larry Newton at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the board that will take liquor and put it on you to do and say somebody must be able to, I don't know. Why will people disgrace what is I always say this, and let me tell you this. One of the most pleasing thing that can happen to a man or to a woman is when you indulge in a sexual intercourse with somebody that you know, that you love. That thing is not just common. It comes with a lot of weight behind it. It's special. It is designed by God in a unique form, shape, and manner. This is why it's not for everybody. That's why you see, look, the consequences of indulging into an impure sexual act is deadly, is bad. It can affect nations. It can affect lives. That is one of the most terrible things to ever play with, and that is one of the most unique things that you can get yourself involved with. Through sexual expression, you can get blessing from there. Through sexual expression, you can get curse from there. Through sexual expression, a nation can be cursed forever. Through sexual expression, a nation can know peace, unity, and tranquility. When you abuse sex, the consequences is deadly. It's deadly. That is a powerful weapon. Look, some of us that understand what sex is, we don't play with it. We don't play with it. That's why you see it's not for children. It's not for children. When I mean not for children, it's not in terms of the age, but it's for people who understand what it is. Because you can attract blessing from that thing called sex, and you can attract curse from that thing called sex. Some of these children that you see that have become wayward, or some of the children that you see today, they are almost like how you call they are like a parasite in society. They are like virus that is eating up the society. It's because some of these sexual intercourse that was carried on was not done with respect, with honor. So the consequence is upon us as a nation. It's upon us as a nation. Some of these sexual stuff that people engage into, they were never done with respect with a good mind. So at the end of the day, that's why today you see all over the place, people are struggling around the place. Children are growing up all on their own. These are some of the consequences when you do not respect sex. Because when you respect sex, the product that will come from out of that particular pleasure, you will love it, you will cherish it. That's why you see when you have a relationship with somebody who you love, it pleases you, it makes you to feel satisfied. It makes you to feel complete. Look, that is one of the most unique achievement that you can ever experience as a man or as a woman. You know, when we start going deep, you will understand. But that is not meant for this. So when you abuse that thing that is so holy, you will get your reward. You will get your reward. For a woman to look at you and give herself to you is a blessing. But when you abuse it, the consequences is deadly. Those of you, and let me just take this few minutes to just talk to you. I know kids are not on here. We are all mature adults. Those of you who a woman love and trusts and give you a heart, and because you are 5,000 miles away from her, and she decide, oh, my boyfriend, I will satisfy you. That you have these different stuff on phone, and you want to take it to bully her, you will dial a door. You will not achieve anything. If you are not careful, it will jump to your family. It is not bad. It is not a crime for somebody who loves you to look at the distance. See, the man 5,000 miles away. Me are in Liberia. This man is in America. Or the woman in America. Me are in Liberia. Let's do our thing, our koyokaya thing. Right on the cell phone. Let's enjoy ourselves. The woman sent you that kind of pleasant picture. That most holy part of her. Then you want to use it to bully her. You will die. You will not survive. You will die nasty way. The thing that will happen to you, nature said will be vexed with you. Nature will be vexed with you. You and the person you're enjoying yourself, having good time. The person look at you and they give you their all. My boyfriend far away from me. Let's enjoy ourselves. You're on phone. You're making sure that you can enter Jerusalem together through the means of technology. Then you are using that to bully her or to bully him. The thing that will happen to you. The thing that will happen to you. So some of you who take advantage of these things, continue. Go ahead. But your death, it will be too terrible. Go ahead. Some of you who use that particular means to think you can exploit people, be careful. Oh man, I love you. Let her enjoy ourselves now. You're feeling enjoying yourself. You know, no longer you want to have any business with her. Then you take her picture, you send it to somebody to take it and put it on Facebook. Continue. Some of you, your children will not benefit from you. You will die the door. Play with that thing they call sex. Then you will know who born door. Then you will know why God made men to see before he made women. Play with it. Play with it. So you have people like and Larry Yonton at the Ministry of Youth and Sports there. They bought taking beer, putting it on a particular part. Then they get there too, you know. Then they get video and put it outside. Then whatever thing they put it outside. Then that human being is stay in the government. Stay in the government. Enjoy yourself. You think that you know plenty. You continue. Y'all keep doing these things. You will get a reward. You think a small thing? Those of you who understand tradition, hmm, you know, if you have ever been in the Sunday or the Puro school, they will announce when the butch master is coming out that if you are not a member of that particular school, you call it that society or that fraternity, go inside, lead the people thing, excuse them. It's for a reason. There are certain things that are not meant for public. It's meant for those that are involved with it. It almost like this thing we play with called sex, especially the holy part of women. That place is not just place that you play with. Why it is true we live in America here where people play fun with that part of their body. They play fun with it. But those of us that are from African culture and tradition, we respect that particular area. It's a unique area. That is the secret of God on this earth. That God's secret down there. Some of you don't know. Keep playing with our sisters. Keep playing with our mothers and think that you men. When they look at you and they show you love, for a woman to show you that particular portion, that uniqueness of her body, it means that she is convinced and she have 100% trust and confidence in you. But you want to abuse it. Continue. Your day by in a fireplace. Your curse is right behind your head. That is a unique area. That is a secret, a mystery. That look, that is beyond men's understanding. For God to keep us in that particular womb of a woman. Imagine some of you, your hair not even correct. You can't usher through that particular uniqueness of a woman. Some of y'all came up with different style. Some of y'all wanted to use your foot. You wanted to use your nyans then to count all your hair, this, that, and all the other things. You have that opportunity. Then at the same place you come from, at the same place you say you want to curse. You're going around, you're abusing our sisters. They send you their picture. When you start looking at the picture, you can't delete it. Or because you're in America where the people don't have value or respect for that particular holy part of a woman, you acting like you are not from a culture. You are not from a place. You want to use somebody's naked picture to intimidate them. Continue. Continue. You will get sober. Continue. Continue. Nobody not telling you to stop. Continue. You will get sober. You keep on. You keep on. You keep on doing these things. So at the end of the day, you have people that are you're all around the place. They engage in these kind of acts. You know, if you guys can remember one time on the platform here, somebody reached out to me about the issue of Fagon. One of his, you know, one of his friend reached out to me and said he wasn't complying, he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that, and the rest of it. She wanted me to put him on blast. I always say on this platform, I try to avoid that thing where other people engage in talking about, women, oh, the relationship, this, that. You know what I try to avoid? Because if I decide to bring people on this platform and start talking about these things, some people will commit suicide. They will kill themselves. I'm telling you. Because I will go in depth. I will not do it on the surface that other people do it, because I will go in depth. And I will do it so that just as you hurt the other person, that you can be hurt. If you are not careful, I've done it before, it was not fun. So I wash my hand from inside. If you see me talking that on the surface level, don't go deep into it. I wash my hand from there. Because I don't want to be the cause for what that is not supposed to happen to happen. So I just dress my hand from there and I just leave it. Say, let it go. I'm not inside it. We laugh, we talk this, but I don't want to get myself involved into it. So a man like Eugene Fagon, right? A man without moral. We go to the ministry of, we go to LBS. The first thing that this guy was doing, that I knew that I said the guy, there will be a problem for him, was telling people how to dress. Fagon is very rude, very arrogant. This is a notorious drinker. People who in Ghana, they know Casapreco. They know him, Casapreco. A very serious alcoholic. Casapreco, a very serious alcoholic. No wonder why they buck and just talk like loose canal. There's something that he get break. He just talk. Get street septic thing. He talking, making sense. Go to LPS and threatening people. We sack you, we do this, we do that. You read Fagon, I blame you. I blame the workers that are there. You know, I have a friend of mine who is working there, right? I have a friend of mine who is working there. So we were talking, and this person, I get several friends that are working there anyways. So the person said, my man. I said, yes, my man. Fagon want to turn himself into a demigod here. So I said, what do you mean? He said, you know, usually when we finish our work like that, you know, nothing doing, sometimes, you know, we come outside, we buy our late color, you know, sit under there and eating it. And sometimes we just maybe in the hallway, you know, trying to catch some air or trying to stretch our legs. When that man coming, he won't see nobody standing in the hallway. We will be running. When the man coming, he even visiting office, he won't see you doing something. Even if you got nothing to do, then you must pretend like you're doing something, like you're busy. So the guy was telling the guy, my man, we understand that man, and that man, he will get out of content with, because we were here, President, we have met us here. Madam Liberty met us here. She respected the boundaries, and we respected her. Other people came here, they respected us, and we respected them, and it was cool like that. But Fagon coming now, forget it. The man, when the man see you, he want you to be serious. When you see him, he wants you, he wants to genuflect with you. Yeah, man, deep flow. They turning the place now into almost like, I don't know, like a Nazi camp. That your face must be serious. You must be looking like somebody who, when you see them, then you trim me. Then you find something to do. Even at the end of the day, when we are on our break, we see that everybody must be running. When you can't somewhere, there means that everybody must shut up. We shouldn't talk. So the man is treating us like we are some kind of, like we are slaves. So we're laughing, we're talking. So I was laughing. He said, "Pre, don't laugh. Don't laugh." So the guy said, he said, "Pre, don't laugh. I'll blame you. I'll blame President Weah." So I said, "How will you blame President Weah for?" He said, "That President Weah introduced the other idiot, the guy, what the guy used, you know, what he used. President Weah introduced the other idiot to the governance structure. So therefore, he right to do what he's doing. If President Weah were not going to give this one an opportunity, you're not going to be jumping here, there, you know. So he right. That we must be afraid of him. We should not talk again. Even when we're leaving from our office to go somewhere or to go get something, when we see him, we must run. We must be hiding ourselves. We can't look at ourselves. We in our office, we must be more alert. I say, well, that is that for you. Why if I gonna behave like that? They're taking 1,500 now as weekly allowance. You see there? You see the boy? $1,500 weekly allowances. But doctors are not even getting that. Nurses are not getting that. Teachers, you are not even getting that. But a man like Eugene Fagon getting 1,500 every week. That's somebody whole year. That's somebody whole year paid 1,500. Whole year paid. Whole year paid at 1,500. Some people that are whole year paid. In fact, less than that. Some people are taking $100 a month. So 1,500 for a week. If you taking $100 a month, you know now 12 months. So I need not to tell you. And what Fagon taking in just a week. So Fagon is right to talk to employees as if they are living with him. He's right. How you will fire people. People will be fired. And you will do there, you will do that. You don't blame Fagon. I don't blame Fagon. I blame you that are there that have tolerated a man like this. Fellow Liberians, it's appalling. It is appalling. The government boasts of revenue, huge revenue generation. And you would think that you will see the dividends of the huge revenue collection on the lives of the common people. But unfortunately, it is not. The people like Patrick Horner, they are the ones enjoying it. It is what it is. All we do is to keep talking. Is to keep talking. The neck boss, I found out that they say, oh, the neck boss is suspended, blah, 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 and stuff like that. We'll talk on the next boss, but time is of essence. And I'm supposed to rest myself. Actually, tonight, I am not working, but I just want to rest myself because I get other stuff doing. I want to jump into it. But I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. We usually meet on Friday. Join us tomorrow on Friday on our panel discussion. We are going to have a guest panelist with us. And if you also want to appear as, a guest to discuss the issues in Liberia, please send us a text and we will bring you. Send a text to this number, or better still, you can just send us a text message on WhatsApp, and then we get you. Let me just put the number here. So you can send a text to this number and we will bring you on for us to discuss the issue. Most of the time, when I go there, I see people send messages, but it's not easy to manage all of the pages I'm managing. Other people are helping. So you can send a message to this number if you want to be with us tomorrow on set, 443-991-3356. Send a text message and just introduce yourself. I will call you, we'll talk, and then we can bring you on tomorrow as we discuss. Again, I want to say thanks to all of you for the support. We are here because of you. We feel encouraged because of you. Some of you, you have been very, 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 very supportive to this platform from day one. We keep it going because of you. I want to say thank you also very kindly. We do appreciate you. So the number is up there if you want to appear tomorrow for us to discuss. If you want to be a guest, usually we start at 7:30 on Friday. You are welcome. Join us. Let's discuss. The platform is your platform. The platform is your platform.
You don't need to give a dime to appear here. You don't need any special thing to appear here. Just tell us you want to appear. We sent you the link, get you prepared, and you come on, we discuss. This is the platform that gives you an opportunity to be heard by so many. To all of you who are following, to all of you who are sharing, to all of you who are liking the page, I want to say thank you. So until we meet again, my people, we want to say bye from our end. We love you all and thank you so very kindly. Bye.